Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you my January TBR. Yeah, I cannot believe that we are going to get into 2022 in just a few more days, but I can surely say that 2021 has been a great year for me. I'm not sure whether it was that great for everybody else, but personally I can say that 2021 has been a year of growth for me. And moving forward in the channel, I want to include as many different genres of books as I can in my reading routine, and I want to recommend all sorts of books in the coming year. So I've diversified my TBR for January itself, and there are some mixed genres in there which I usually don't read that much from. I'm also not sure whether I'll be doing a 2022 reading goals video or not, because I did it for the last 2 years but I was not able to achieve all the goals, so I don't see the point of making those videos because my goals change continuously throughout the year when it comes to reading, because I enjoy different stuff during different times. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the books right away. The first book in my TBR is definitely a book from one of the genres which I don't at all usually pick up books from, and it is easily the most famous of all the genres across different media. And the genre that I'm speaking about is romance, and the book that I've chosen to read in January is I Love You So Mochi by Sarah Kuhn. I got this as a recommendation from Janani in This Story Ain't Over from a few months back, and ever since I saw the book in her video, I've been wanting to read it. Especially the title of this book is something which just intrigued me a lot. While I went forward and saw the synopsis for the book, it was equally thrilling for me because this is a romance that is set up in Japan, but the entire story itself does not happen in Japan. The main chunk of the story actually happens in Japan during the Cherry Blossom Festival. I have personally not consumed any type of media in that particular type of setup, and I've always wanted to visit Japan during that particular climate. One of the things in my bucket list for sure which I can say here is that I want to spend at least 3 years living in Japan. So I think this setup will be something which will be very interesting to read from. And also see the cover of this book. It is easily the cutest of all the books that I own. This is actually a very recent purchase, that's why I have not even included it in my book haul. And another reason why I bought this book is because I want to make a recommendations video in February for romance books, and I want to read a lot more romance for that. I can say that I'm more than excited to get into it. It's not even that big, so I think I'll be reading this pretty soon. Let's just wait and see. The next one is a young adult contemporary book, and I can easily say that this is one of the most famous books on BookTube for the past 2 to 3 years in this particular genre, and many of you guys have also read it and asked me to read it for the past few months, and it is none other than Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I bought this book like 3 to 4 months back, and I've not read it yet because I wanted to read it in the beginning of 2022, because I'm holding on to some good books in order to start the new year with. You'll even be seeing some more very famous books in this list which you guys have been wanting me to read for quite a while now. Now when it comes to this book, it deals with a teen named Frances who's a very studious introvert, and she's not a person who's that much comfortable with sharing her feelings with other people. And once what happens is there is this one person who finally makes their way into her life, and she starts being unafraid for whom she actually is. But because of some other things happen, this person goes out of her life and she has to deal with the way that she has lived with for the past few days, and in order to change her life herself. I know that the synopsis that I'm saying is so vague and it does not make that much sense. I've intentionally not heard a lot about this book because I want to just get in there and see how it is and experience whether it is worth the hype or not. And also this is my first Alice Oseman books, and I've heard nothing but really great things about all of her books. I have very high expectations for this one and just hope that it lives up to the hype. The next one is another contemporary, and it is My Brother's Name is Jessica by John Boyne. Now John Boyne is well known for his other book which is The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. I have that also in my shelf but I have not read it yet. I've seen that book being talked by many people across the book internet in various heart-wrenching ways, but I've not at all heard about this book in any platform at all, and that's one of the main reasons why I want to start with this book and then get to that one. I'm not sure whether this will be a happy book or a sad book, because I know that The Boy in the Striped Pajamas is super well known for its darkness and sad ending, but I'm not sure how this is going to progress. Cover makes it look like a happy read, but I'm not sure because of the topic that it handles, because in this book we see the main character who comes out to be a trans person, and personally I have not read many books with trans representation in them. There's only one series in which I've read trans characters being represented, and it is The Dark Artifices. Apart from that, I've not read any books or series as a whole which focus on trans characters in any way, even as side characters. So reading a book with the main character as a trans person is going to be a different experience for me, and I think it will help me learn a lot more and educate myself as well. And one more thing which is great about this book is just the cover, okay? It is super minimalistic in design, but you can just see that the cover is so vibrant and it just catches your eye. I know not to judge a book by its cover, but I have to tell that the designers of this cover have made a great job. They don't get acknowledged that much, so I just want to tell it out here. The next one is literally the most famous of all the books in this TBR, and the book which most people have been screaming at me to read for the past few months in my comments, and I'm sure that if you've been following me for a while, you know what that book is. It is The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I bought this just in November and I'm sure that I'm going to read this as the first book in 2022. Now in this book, we follow our main character Nora, who gets into this library called the Midnight Library. And the special thing about this library is that each and every book that you pick up from the library and read is kind of like a second chance for you in your life and explore how your life would have happened if you had taken some different decisions in the past. Again, I know only very limited things about this book, and I read another book by Matt Haig very recently, just like 1 or 2 days before the time that I'm actually filming this video, and it is Reasons to Stay Alive. It is a non-fiction by him, and he has written about depression and anxiety from his experience itself, and I can say that that book was very relatable in multiple instances. And though the book deals with such dark, hard topics, the way in which he has written the book, it was very comforting for me to read rather than anything else, and I'm expecting to get the same feeling from the Midnight Library also. Literally, I've heard no one say nothing but good things about this one, so I'm super hyped for this. I'm definitely sure I'm going to read this first in 2022. I just hope that it lives up to all the hype and ends up being one of my most favorite books. The next one is a reread, and I'm reading it for a book club which I've joined in along with some other booktubers and bookstagrammers from across the world, and it is obviously a fantasy book. The book that I'm going to read in January for that book club is The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I've actually read this book and recommended it multiple times on the channel already. I read it far back in 2018, so I don't remember most of the things from this that clearly. I know the outline of the book and the main incidents that happen, but the intricacies of the plot I don't remember that great at all. From my experience of reading this book for the first time, I can clearly say that I'm going to enjoy this reread because the writing of this author is just plain right gorgeous. Okay, if you like beautiful writing, you should read this book. And the second and third books of the series are also out now. I've just not gotten around to reading them yet. I can easily say that this is one of the richest books that I've read. Okay, it just feels like eating a biscuit with sugar sprinkled on it. Okay, just imagine the taste of that biscuit. Okay, you'll be able to feel the taste of the biscuit, and in between the sugar just dances on your tongue. It is also suitable for anyone who's trying to get into reading adult fantasy books because it is complex enough, at the same time it's not very boring or jarring in any way. It is also heavily politically driven. When I read this book for the first time, I was not that much into reading politically intriguing books, but it's been 3 years since, right? And I've read quite a few books in between also, so I have developed the taste for having some political intrigue in my books, and that's one of the things which I'm very much looking forward to in this read because I did not enjoy it then, but I think I'll be enjoying it now. And if things go as per plan, I'll also end up reading the second and third books also sometime in the future, this year itself. And by this year, I mean 2022. Let's just wait and see. The last 2 books in this TBR are non-fiction books, and the reason why I'm adding these in my January TBR itself is because both of them are available as audiobooks in the Audible Plus catalog, and since I'm having an Audible subscription that is running right now, I'm planning to make use of it, and the membership ends in the first 10 or 15 days of January. The first of these 2 books is A Walk in the Woods by Bill Bryson. Now in this one, the author actually talks about one of his hiking trips that he took across a very dangerous jungle path in North America along with one of his friends. It is not just a normal trek that usually people take forward with, but one of the deadliest and most dangerous paths that a person can go trekking on. And it is just filled with all types of wild animals like snakes, raccoons, insects, wasps, and many other dangerous creatures like that. I've heard that Bill Bryson has a very humorous style when it comes to writing his books. I don't know how it will work in non-fiction, but I'm very much interested in giving it a go and trying it because some of you guys have been wanting me to read his books for the past few months, and I also want to give this author a chance because he has a long backlist of books. So if I end up liking this, I might also pick up them and read them in the future. The last book in the TBR is Notes from a Big Country, again by Bill Bryson. Now in this book, the author actually talks about his experience in the US. Though he was born there and became an adult in the US itself, he went to the UK and stayed there for 2 decades, and after returning back to the US, he just sums up this experience of the time shift that has happened over these 2 decades. It just sounds very interesting because the same place which we used to know from the past, when we see it in the future, kind of, it will definitely be different, and the experience is something which I have not seen being discussed anywhere in any type of media, so that intrigues me a lot when it comes to this book. The cover of this book is also very funny for me, I don't know why, so yeah, I'm looking forward to read this as well. So yes guys, those are all the 7 books that I've added in my January TBR. And if you've read any of these books, please do let me know down in the comments how they are and what I can expect from them. And also drop down your January TBR and what are the books that you're hoping to pick up in the beginning of 2022. If you did enjoy watching today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.